Dr. Mark Roberts, who directs the excavation, classifies the finds as Homo heidelbergensis.
Well, we found here, despite the masses of archaeology in butcher's bone, only 2 pieces of human bone or material from 2 individuals. Firstly, we found a tibia, the shin bone of an individual in the upper silt level. Both ends of this tibia have been gnawed by a wolf, and so it was probably transported in here. And then last year during excavations, we found 2 teeth.
The fossils are claimed to be 500,000 years old, according to the Vole clock, which correlates the age of the fossils with the estimated age of an extinct vole.
Was he a stooped, hairy ape man? Well, the answer, I think, is an emphatic no. When we've looked at our initial analysis using computed tomography of the bone, we can see that this is an individual that's used to a very active lifestyle. We've been able to ascertain from the tibia that this was a large individual. That's why we call it box-grove man, because we assume that it is a male through the sheer size of the bone. And they may well have been quite dark, but stooped, no, they're not stooped at all. These are big, strong, physical individuals. Already they're getting to the top of the tree. They're already perceived as being a top dog in the animal hierarchy. Hairy? Well, they may have been a bit hairy, but stooped, no.
The first ape man to be discovered was Neanderthal man, depicted as a stooped, hairy, club-wielding brute. Over the years, as more skeletons were discovered, the Neanderthals were found to be truly human, with larger brains than ours and a sophisticated culture.
We would have had this double-arch brow ridge over the eyes. Again, that would have been very distinctive, so the eyes would have been set under that very strong brow ridge. There would have been virtually no chin. The middle of the face was pulled out. The body would have been short and wide, very thick-set, very muscular. This replica here is of the Neanderthal from La Ferracie in France, and it has a very large brain, bigger than the modern average, those characteristic double-arch Neanderthal brows, the big nose, and at the front, very heavily worn teeth with this characteristic rounding wear. Recognized as a human, walking upright, no bent knees, not got arms and hands that scrape on the floor, but nevertheless quite different to anyone we have living on the planet today.
Evolutionists recognize that there is no clear-cut progression from early ape men to modern humans, but they don't question the assumption that evolution somehow did occur. Paleoanthropologists who study the human fossil record can risk careers and research funding if they don't accept the conventional evolutionist model of human origins. The hypothetical evolutionary tree is conventional wisdom, but there's disagreement among the experts. There are disputes and there's confusion over casts of skulls reconstructed from bits of bone, and many dissenters are skeptical of the ape-man claims. Some evolutionists themselves are convinced that Australopithecines are not human ancestors. Lucy is just an extinct ape. Many experts recognize that Homo habilis is a waste bin of various species and not a valid category. And evolutionists agree with creationists that Homo erectus, together with other ancient human forms, are distinct variants of true humans. So where are our ape-man ancestors? Some evolutionists say they've been found. Others have doubts, but all have faith that ape-men existed and someday will be found. Creationists say they have not been found and will never be found for one good reason. They never existed. We were made in the image of God.